Ladies and gentlemen, do you know the Trump administration contacted Van Jones to put together a plan for police reform? Really? You mean nobody in Trump's administration is capable of doing this? You have to reach out to Van Jones? Interesting. But anytime something that comes out about Trump and it's not favorable, you can best believe somebody's coming to the comment section. You believe everything. It's fake. It's fake. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. You're fake. So let's get to this, ladies and gentlemen. CNN Van Jones reportedly helped craft Trump police reform order in secret. CNN political commentator Van Jones, who commended President Trump for his recent executive order on police reform, had actually attended secret White House meetings to craft the new measures, according to a report. But you know what? It's kind of stupid because it doesn't change anything about policing. It just suggests not using a chokehold. But other than that, the police really can go out here and do the same thing they did before. And when did these cops ever follow any order in writing? They'll just ignore it and keep right on doing it. That's what policing is in America, ignoring it and doing whatever you want. Van Jones, 51, who hosts the Van Jones Show on CNN, enthusiastically supported Trump on the network for his order to create a system for tracking police misconduct, ban most chokeholds, and incentivize officer training in the aftermath of George Floyd's killing in Minneapolis. Yeah, this stuff ain't gonna, trust me. We haven't even seen nothing change since all of the protesting. We are still seeing the stories of people getting choked to this very day. He lauded the president even as the executive order was slammed by cynical and unproductive by the NAACP Legal Defense Fund and described as delusional by the Color of Change, a racial justice group that Van Jones himself co-founded 15 years ago, the Daily Beast reported. Unbeknownst to the viewers, Van Jones had joined his new pal, Jared Kushner, really, new pal? Trump's son-in-law and advisor in the White House to discuss ways to frame the order on police reform, according to the outlet. Yeah, well, now you know why the reform was not a strong one, and it was weak and watered down. Van Jones. Helping Jones law enforcement officials and the White House staffers fashioned the measure was Jessica Jackson, a California human rights attorney who runs hashtag Cut50, a prison reform group that Van Jones also founded, according to the report. The executive order is a good thing, mainly because you saw the support of law enforcement there. Yeah, because you didn't change nothing about law enforcement. Yeah, they're for it because they don't have to go on the street and do anything any differently. The movement in the direction of a database for bad cops. Van Jones on CNN, Inside Politics. We have never had a federal database for bad cops. That's why all of these cops go all over the place doing bad stuff. The chokeholds, that's common ground now between Nancy Pelosi and Trump. Good stuff there, he said, according to the outlet. He later told host Anderson Cooper that the executive order was pushing in the right direction. That's what you got today, is, I think, a sign that we are winning, he added again, without disclosing his behind-the-scene role. Trump has put himself on record saying we need to reform the police department. We are winning. Donald Trump had no plan a month ago to work on this issue at all. The fact that we are now in the direction of moving towards, I think, is good. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the Rose Garden ceremony at which Trump signed the measure a photo op, and the executive order seriously short of what is required. Al Sharpton, a longtime ally of Jones, assailed the order is toothless and meaningless. It really is. This time I do agree with Al Sharpton, and I don't agree with him on many things. I did not think the executive order was worth the paper it was written on, Sharpton told the Daily Beast. Van's experiment with Trump is a case of him having more faith than I have, but I'm not going to attack him for doing it. I think he's well intended, but I think he's totally underestimate the kind of guy he's dealing with. Yeah. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't need small changes when lives are at stake. Too many people, especially in the Black community, are being shot and choked and mistreated and killed in custody. And we don't have time for baby steps. We need something really dramatic and something that is going to impact policing in a way where they'll be reluctant to start shooting at an unarmed person like they are now. Baby steps is absolutely what we don't need. And that's what the executive order is. Meantime, you signed this order and we still got a whole string of murders that have happened since. Okay. Actor Jeffrey Wright said in a tweet, "Smells like Van Jones helped Jared craft the executive order, so he touts it. You can't polish a turd." No, you can't. He said of Trump's delinquency. Yet here he is with a black rag. Well, I knew the executive order was not going to be anything. He doesn't really want to do anything about policing. He don't. He already openly said he don't want the police defunded. So what makes you think Trump is going to do anything dramatic as far as police reform is concerned? He did something that really technically don't matter. These cops are still out here doing exactly what they want. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you think about this. I'm not shocked, but in the same token, we know what Van Jones is. If he had sense, he would want a lot tougher of a police reform done and not this lightweight stuff that they came out with that's really not going to help the Black community at all. I mean, what a waste of time. I don't think the executive order is good at all. It's not going to make any difference. And to me, why even push the papers around? And at the end of the day, it helps no one. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.